action, let's go. 추억 건물을 찾으러.
Hi! In this video, I will be discussing about conditional sentence. There are 4 things I will talk about, and the first one is what is conditional sentence. The second is the purpose of conditional sentence. The third is type of conditional sentence. And the last is example of conditional sentence. What is conditional sentence? Conditional means dependent on the condition at the time someone is speaking. The definition of conditional sentence is a sentence used to express a condition that is different from reality. In simple terms, conditional sentence is a compound sentence that contains a condition related to a hypothesis, imagination, or event that can happen or even be impossible to occur. In English sentence, conditional sentences are typically initiated with if as an indicator that the condition has not yet occurred. The form of conditional sentence is if clause plus main clause. If you observe, the if clause is part of the hypothetical condition. Meanwhile, the main clause typically contains the consequence or result of the preceding hypothetical conditions. The purpose of conditional sentence is to express the cause and effect relationship between a specific condition or situation and the possible or hypothetical action or outcomes that may or may not occur. Okay, next is the type of conditional sentence. Conditional sentences are divided into several types. Among others are conditional sentence type 0, type 1, type 2, and type 3. Conditional sentence type 0 is used to express conditions that are general truths, statement of fact, or regular occurrences. The formula for a conditional sentence type 0 is if plus subject plus verb, subject plus verb plus complement. Here are examples of conditional sentence type 0. The first, if we burn paper, it becomes ash. The second, I feel sick if I eat too much. And the last, if you don't brush your teeth, you get cavities. The first conditional sentence is a form of a conditional sentence used when the result or consequence has the possibility of happening in the future. This can happen because there are still realistic and plausible conditions for it to occur. Therefore, the sentence structure of the first conditional sentence has the form of a simple future sentence, indicating action or events that will happen. The formula for a conditional sentence type 1 is if plus simple present, simple future, will, or imperative. Here are examples of conditional sentence type 1. The first, if you are here, I will tell you my feelings. The fact, if you are here, I may have the courage to express my feeling. If you are not here, well, I probably won't. The second, Ada will come if Putri invite him to her birthday party. The fact, Ada will attend Putri's party if he receives an invitation. If he doesn't receive one, he may not come. The second conditional sentence, or a type of conditional sentence, used when the result or consequence is based on a hypothetical situation with a very low probability of happening. So, it can be said the second conditional sentence may not necessarily happen, but is still a possibility. In this type of sentence, the formula used is if plus simple past or were, would or could or might plus bare infinitive. The use of would or could or might serves to indicate how likely a condition is to occur. Here are examples of conditional sentence type 2. The first, if she were rich, she would travel the world. But the fact, no, she is not rich yet, and it is possible to travel around the world. She imagined that if she were rich, she would travel around the world. In a conditional sentence, singular subject like he, she, and it use were with the verb to be, not was. The second, if you work out, you will have an ideal body shape. But the fact, you don't exercise regularly, and your eating habits are not healthy. So, it's improbable for you to have an ideal body shape. Therefore, you are just fantasizing about having an ideal body shape if you were to work out. The third conditional sentences are used to express a hypothetical situation that did not happen in the past. This can be illustrated because that condition is highly impossible and merely a dream or imagination. In the third type of conditional sentence, the sentence structure uses the past perfect tense combined with modal auxiliaries such as watch, called, and should. The formula for a third conditional sentence is if plus past perfect, would or should or could or might plus have plus past participle. Here are examples of conditional sentence type 3. The first, if you had been more careful, you wouldn't have had an accident. But in fact, going back to the past, if you had been more cautious, the accident wouldn't have happened. This means that at the time, you are reckless, which led to the accident. The second, Sinta would help you if you had asked for it. But in fact, because you didn't ask for Sinta's help, Sinta ended up assisting. If you had requested her help at the time, Sinta would have helped you indeed. Okay, maybe that's for this video. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you and bye bye. Okay.
다음에 또 만나요.